Ankle didn't return. Richburg knee didn't return. Selleck quad didn't. Pierre had a shoulder, he returned. Foster had a shoulder, he returned. And Kittle had a knee, he returned. Go ahead.
Where do you start with this one when you talk to the team after the game?
I just, I went through some of the obvious things with them. It's, you look at a stat sheet and things like that. Haven't been, usually when I think it's like 90 plays to 40 or something like that, you double them in time of possession. Yards. I thought our defense played their tail off, did good on third down. You look at a lot of those things, it's hard to find how you lost a game. And then it's very easy when you look at that turnover column. I haven't been in part of any game, I don't think many people have, where 5 turnovers to 0 leads to a win. We have to improve that drastically to have a chance.
How hard did Breida lobby to get back into the game, and how much did his absence change the game?
Breida. If Breida can't go back in the game, then no one can go back in the game because he works as hard as anyone at that. So, he's been one of our better players, and obviously when he's not in there, it's definitely not easier.
The rhythm that you guys had on that opening drive was perfect almost. I mean, what happened? Was it the missing players that just evaporated from that point forward?
I just think a little both. It takes 11 guys to execute a play. Had a couple misses, had a couple tips. They did a good job, especially Chandler Jones. Some of their pressures, getting their hands up, tipped some balls, had a couple penalties. Just thinking in that same rhythm.
You ran quite a few screen passes today. Was that something that you thought you'd be able to burn them with?
Yes. I don't know, but it's just something we plan on doing going into the game.
Kyle, you haven't seen the film, but the 4 turnovers by CJ, how many of those do you think you can pin on him specifically?
He's the quarterback, and there's a lot of responsibility on the quarterback to protect the ball. So, there's 10 other guys out there who can make it easier on him too. So, I'll get through all of them. Usually fumbles, it's hard to pin on the quarterback, but we'll look at him hard tomorrow and coach him up the best we can on him.
Obviously, you had the 0-9 start last year. This is a different year, but having gone through that, does it help when you go through something like this right now?
I don't know. I think that's individually. People can people individually can talk about it helping them personally and things like that. For me, it's frustrating. Last year was frustrating to start that way, and we don't like to lose. We put a lot of work into this. Every Sunday we come out very confident. We expect to win, and we've come up short a number of times. I told our team, I know we would love to be 4-0 or right now, and we're not, and 5-0. It's something that is hard to deal with, but it's something that we all can. We know why we lose each game. Each one's been a different reason, but we're not going to sit here and just start pointing fingers at each other and chasing a bunch of stuff. It's you got to look into each game and what it is. And this game, I thought our guys fought hard and gave us a chance to win the game. But when you have 5 turnovers, that's borderline impossible. So we got to improve that stuff, and we got to play a lot better. And when you're not there on all cylinders, when you make some mistakes like that, when you got a bunch of guys going in and out, it's very tough to win if you make those mistakes. And we got to eliminate those mistakes, and that'll give us a much better chance.
CJ had the 2 sack fumbles specifically. Is that just something where he's got to move out of the pocket when there's that kind of pressure?
Yes. Again, I'll look into it again, but I think CJ knows, and whether you're blocking well, whether people are open, all those things are tough things for a quarterback. But the bottom line is you can't lose the ball. Whether you get hit, whether someone's not open, sometimes you need to get rid of it. Sometimes you need to take sacks. But the worst case scenario, we plan on ending that series with the ball in our hand, and that's something he's got to do a better job of.
Was that 75-yard touchdown a product of Akello not getting the help that he was anticipating he was going to have in the middle?
Yes. Usually in cover 3, you got someone in the middle of the field, so it's tough to get posts, and we did not have one there.
Specifically, the fumble that they returned for the touchdown. Did you get a good look, doing that to look at that to say that CJ, was that kind of on CJ? Could he protect the ball?
My eyes are downfield on it when the ball doesn't go. What I do think happened, from what I saw, he was going to the right spot with the ball. He went to number 2 in his progression. And then when he got to number 2 wasn't open. And so he pulled it back, and then the guy hit him. And then I saw the ball on the ground.
What happened on the muffed extra point there?
I'm not sure what happened. I know we missed it. I didn't know if they bobbled the snap. I didn't see it live. I saw that we didn't attempt it. I didn't know if Patrick got off the edge there or we bobbled the snap. I wasn't sure.
Last year through the 0-9 start, the sense in the locker room was that everybody was still very close and positive. What is your sense on the sidelines from today's game?
I sense the same thing. I mean, guys are frustrated. I mean, our guys are working. They're putting a lot of work in, and when you go through some of that stuff, it's tough. We're all competitive people, and, we want this to change, and we know it will. But no, I think we got a tight group of guys. I think we got guys who work hard. I think it's going to take a couple days to get over this, just like it always does. And I believe our guys will show up. We got 8 days now to get ready for Green Bay. So tomorrow, except for the injured guys, they'll get it off. And we'll come in on Tuesday and treat that like a Monday and go through this hard with all the guys. And by the time they show up on Thursday, we'll have a new game plan for them, and they'll be ready to go.
Your first drive, I think you had 7 of 8 plays go to tight ends, fullbacks, running backs. How tough is it to keep doing that when you don't have your X and your downfield guys that can kind of create that open room in the middle?
The more guys you have out there, the easier it is. You try to balance it all out, and you try to go where they're not defending, and when they defend that, you try to go to the other spot. So the more you have at all, there's 5 types. There are 5 people who can touch the ball, and it's receivers, tight ends, and running backs. So the more you can mix it up, the better. The more guys go down, the harder it gets.
All right, good.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.